Medicaid expansion. I have read some of the early blog reports, and just like most bloggers, I'm sure it's interesting reading, but I don't know for sure that it's based in fact. So it's hard for me to comment on something that is in a blogger that either was leaked or found out somehow. I don't know what the story around it is. I certainly am supportive of the idea of ensuring that we do not just become a delivery system for the federal government's healthcare plan. I want to understand exactly what Governor Walker is going to propose, so I am withholding judgment until I know what he's actually proposing, and not just a 1 or 2 paragraph explanation that might or might not be right. So I'll let Governor Walker speak for himself. I know he's going to do that tomorrow. But I can say from my own perspective that I have always been concerned about a program that promises to be fully funded in the days of today, but then there's no way that in the future whether or not we're going to get those resources. So just like special education, or you name the federal program, where it started out having a much higher federal reimbursement rate, and then over time, as they have other priorities, they just shift it down to somebody else to pay for. I have no doubt that probably during President Obama's term, he might even keep his promise and fund it, but as soon as a new person is elected in 2016, they might choose to have a different priority, leaving us with the bill again. The $65 million in savings, if you read the memo, is initial savings which turn into costs later on. And that's what happens with almost every program we have started under the Democrats. It either is a good idea or it's supposed to save money, and very rarely in the long run the promises remain kept. Medicaid is a good example of that, where it has now become the single largest cost driver in our budget. Last time around, every single nickel of new revenue went into Medicaid. This time around, I'm certain the biggest chunk of new revenue is going to go into Medicaid. So I am very worried, if you want to still fund the university, schools, parks, the DNR, all the other aspects of the state government, that we don't put all of our eggs in one basket, especially trying to have a promise from the federal government to rely on for our funding. So